First, we've got a three-way tie between old rivals CLG and TSM, as well as Gravity. Then holding a share of fourth, it's Team 8, Impulse, Liquid, and WinterFox, and sharing 8th place, it's Cloud9, Coast, and Dignitas, each with 1 win. There were a few players who went above and beyond this week, and in addition to winning games, they win our OP honors. Starting in the top lane, we've got Dyrus.
Yeah, he went 3-1-12 with his 15 KDA this week, and he kept his cool in a late lane swap. And that's why he's up there in that OP, because he just did a fantastic job, was down in CS, and then eventually climbed his way back up and had a great game.
And as he said in his interview, he didn't want to die, and he pretty much avoided doing just that.
Except that one time.
Except for that one time. Then in the jungle, we've got CLG's Xsmithy.
And Xsmithy, I'm a really big fan of. He came back after a pretty lackluster team performance with XDG, took a split off, joins Counterlogic Gaming, all eyes are on him, and he's playing really well. We're seeing a lot of lane swap games, so you don't often see a lot of early gank pressure, something Xsmithy used to be very good at. Instead, he's playing the vision game, he's playing controlled, and he's letting CLG out-rotate these teams, which is right now one of their very big strengths.
And then, of course, in the mid lane, we have Team Solo Mid's solo mid player, Bjergsen.
Yeah, the 8-0-12, 20 KDA, 0 Deatherino here for Bjergsen. He was extremely reliable. You give him a tiny advantage with a gank, you blow a flash on the enemy mid laner, he is going to press that, and that is why he's in that spot.
Our OP80 carry has got to go to Cop this week.
Yeah, it was a toss-up for us between Cop and Doublelift, but Cop the record breaker here, and honestly, playing very consistent for the team. Gravity getting a 2-0, finding themselves, people wouldn't have thought this, in a tie for first place at the end of this week, is a great performance by him and the rest of his team. So there you go.
And joining him as our OP support, we've got the other half of that Rush Hour bot lane that you so touched on right there is Afromoo. Afromoo also takes our top honors and is this week's most valuable player.
Yeah, Afromoo playing absolutely amazing. The Ballista, all the fun things he did this weekend.
Yeah, Afromoo, he came up huge this weekend. Not only can he make the clutch picks and teamfight initiations, but he can look good doing it. CLG end up the week with a share of first, and it's thanks in large part to Afro's showings. I mean, we went through this this montage of the Bindings landing. It's hard to not attribute a lot of their wins to the pick potential that he brought to the team, and then, of course, the flashy Ballista plays that he was a part of.
Yeah, I want to see more of that from CLG. I think they operate best when they have that tool from Afromoo out of pick support that even if they get a little bit behind, they still have a way back into the game.
All right, well, the league action returns next week, starting with a brand new primetime league full of mic checks, last hits, and more. So tune in Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific for that. Then the European LCS gets underway on Thursday with H2K facing off against SK Gaming. That kicks off at 9 a.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central European time. And for us here in the NALCS, we'll be returning on Saturday with Gravity squaring off against Team Impulse. That coverage starts on Saturday at noon Pacific, 9 p.m. Central European time. Now, those are going to be some fantastic games. I'm excited to see how the NALCS continues to shape up. So for myself, the casters, and the entire broadcast crew, thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here next week.